I'm not saying that you are actively going forth and working to oppress people, although you are. I am
By
saying
saying we shouldn't sterilize and mutilate kids, I'm oppressing them.
you're not.
How is it not sterilizing them?
I mean,
Well, just prove them wrong. Why don't you just educate them?
If you
know what I
think
mean?
that people are just there to like put forward and be baby making factories, then maybe in your head that's what it is, but people are so much more than that, and most trans adults wish that they could have changed puberty at when they were initially going into puberty.
Why?
Because then there's always going to be traits in adulthood that are going to be corresponded to a different gender.
Like what?
Things that the world looks at and says
So
maybe
aesthetics.
is more.
So I don't think that it's right to sterilize a child, cut apart children over aesthetics, over looks.
I
You
mean,
know that that's not right.
Waste of sperm.
So you think we should try to change the sex of kids, eh?
I don't think that we are like destroying children because they remove or change a particular aspect. That is not what I think is destroying. I think what you are doing is destroying like the soul of people and making people at so much more risk of being persecuted and denied rights and denied to be allowed to like exist in the world.
So little girls, you think, have a right to double mastectomies. At what age?
Well, one, I disagree with your gendering, and two, I think that is up to the adults
Wait,
in
why
their
do you
lives.
disagree with the gendering? What do you mean?
Because you just said little girls, and if somebody
Oh
is
my God! Are you,
I think you are misgendering people that are coming out as trans and moving forward. Like, and
Oh, you mean
also,
those girls are actually little boys, is what you mean.
I don't know what their identity is, and neither do you.
So here's why I agree with this. I'm a mother of 4, and I think children, there's a lot of things they can't consent to that we all agree on. They can't consent to getting married. They can't consent to signing up for the military. They can't consent to getting a tattoo. You know, these are all, and we all kind of agree that these are things that children are not equipped emotionally or mentally to understand long-term consequences. So we don't allow them to do that. So to me, a puberty blocker is something that will create long-term changes and issues for the child that they might one day regret. And we protect our kids from making all kinds of decisions in other areas, but this one where a lot of people want to give them the green light and it doesn't make sense.
Well, I mean, you think about it. We're responsible for our kids' health care, until they're 18, right? You're not considered an adult till you're 18. So why should they be allowed to have all these puberty blockers, gender changes? I don't know.
I have 4 kids, 18, 22, 24, and 27.
oh, so they probably just missed out on all the indoctrination.
They missed out on all
Oh,
this, but-
lucky.
Yeah, but
No, because it's probably something they would encounter if they were a little bit younger.
For sure. And honestly, I've told my husband if my kids were young now, I'd be homeschooling them because I just think the nonsense that's going on in public schools, I wouldn't be able to sleep well at night knowing that's what they're getting during the day, and that's a shame.
I think when I was like 16, 17, I just wanted to be David Bowie. So I think if I were that age now, I'd be put on all this.
Right. I agree. So I commend you guys for what you're doing. It's hard to come out publicly and stand up for something that might not be popular in the crowd you're in, and so I think you're doing a nice job.
Someday you guys will touch a girl. It'll happen, guys.
I'm gay. That's very homophobic of you.
Hey, man,
I'm gay. Why do I want a female to love me?
no need for the homophobia, sir.